Hello friends, today we're going to talk about pork. Pork. It's the meat that finds its way onto our breakfast plates as crispy bacon, into our sandwiches as savory ham, and onto our dinner tables as juicy pork chops. But have you ever wondered how America manages to churn out a staggering 12.5 million tons of pork each year? That's like trying to picture 100,000 blue whales made entirely of delicious, succulent pork. It's quite the meaty adventure, and American farmers are the tireless heroes behind it. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the fascinating and sometimes downright funny world of pork production, and what happens after those pigs leave the farm. Before we get to the harvesting part, we need to start at the very beginning, the farms. American pig farming isn't just a few pigs wallowing in the mud like we see in cartoons. It's high-tech, scientifically managed, and all about efficiency. Pigs start their lives on breeding farms. Picture this: a bunch of sows, mama pigs, being pampered with a perfect diet and a comfy environment to make sure they're in prime shape for producing the next generation of piglets. In a typical year, a sow can give birth to around 20 to 25 piglets. Now multiply that by thousands of farms, and you begin to see how things scale up. Once those piglets are born, they're kept with their mothers for about 3 to 4 weeks, nursing and getting all plump and adorable. But farm life isn't all belly rubs and treats. Once they're old enough, these piglets are weaned and moved into specialized growing areas, where they'll spend the next several months eating, playing, and growing up until they reach their target weight. Here's a fun fact: pigs grow fast. By the time they're ready for market, most pigs weigh around 280 pounds. That's heavier than your average American football player. Talk about some serious pig power. Now, we come to the part where pigs transition from being oinkers to becoming the beloved pork products we know and love. The harvesting process starts at large-scale slaughterhouses and processing plants dotted across the country. These facilities are designed to handle thousands of pigs a day, and let me tell you, the process is as efficient as a pork-powered machine. The pork production process begins with humane slaughter, ensuring that pigs experience minimal stress, which is crucial for both the well-being of the animals and the quality of the meat. Once this step is completed, the carcasses are swiftly cleaned and inspected to meet health and safety standards. After that, the pigs are broken down into various cuts, each with its own culinary use. These cuts include popular options like ribs, loins, shoulders, and of course, bacon, the undeniable favorite in the world of pork products. Bacon has earned its reputation as the most beloved cut, whether it's enjoyed at breakfast or added to other dishes for extra flavor. What makes pork production truly remarkable is the efficiency in utilizing every part of the pig. In this process, nothing goes to waste. Even the lesser-known parts, such as the snout, trotters, pig feet, and offal, internal organs, are transformed into valuable products. While these cuts may not be as common in some American kitchens, they are integral to traditional sausages and other specialty items. For instance, many sausages rely on these cuts to achieve their distinct textures and flavors. Additionally, pork cuts that are less popular in the US are often exported to other countries where they are considered delicacies. In many parts of the world, ingredients like trotters and offal are staples in traditional cuisines, making American pork a highly sought-after commodity on the global market. This practice of utilizing the whole pig not only reduces waste, but also ensures that the pork industry can cater to a wide range of culinary traditions and preferences, both domestically and internationally. Once the pork is processed and neatly packaged, it's off to the races, literally. Pork products need to be quickly distributed across the US and around the world. In America alone, pork is a staple in supermarkets, restaurants, and fast food joints. If you've ever ordered a pulled pork sandwich at a barbecue joint or picked up a pack of sausages for a weekend grill out, you've contributed to this massive pork supply chain. The distribution process is a logistical marvel. Trucks loaded with refrigerated pork cuts zip across highways, delivering fresh meat to every corner of the country. Meanwhile, international buyers eagerly await their shipments, as American pork is one of the most sought-after exports globally. But what happens after the pork hits the market? This is where the culinary magic comes in. Pork is woven into the very fabric of American cuisine. Let's start with breakfast, where pork takes on its crispy, smoky form as bacon. Bacon has become more than just a breakfast food. It's a cultural icon, showing up in everything from burgers to milkshakes. Yes, bacon milkshakes exist, and they're oddly popular. Then there's the barbecue scene. In America, barbecue is serious business, and pork is the star of the show. Whether it's Carolina-style pulled pork slathered in vinegar-based sauce, or Memphis-style ribs coated in a dry rub, pork has a way of turning any outdoor gathering into a feast. Ham, of course, is the go-to choice for holiday meals. Whether it's glazed with honey or studded with cloves, ham takes center stage at Christmas and Easter dinners, bringing families together for a hearty feast. In terms of versatility, pork is unmatched. It shows up in tacos, stir-fries, stews, and countless other dishes, making it one of the most popular meats in the American diet. Now, let's talk numbers. The pork industry in America is a major contributor to the economy. In fact, the US is the world's third largest producer of pork, with pork production contributing billions of dollars annually to the economy. Thousands of farmers, factory workers, truck drivers, and butchers rely on pork for their livelihood. Beyond the farms, the industry supports a vast network of jobs, including feed production, veterinary services, and marketing. Exports are also a huge part of the equation. American pork is shipped to over 100 countries worldwide, with major buyers including Mexico, Japan, and China. These exports bring in billions of dollars, helping to stabilize the American agricultural sector and keeping the global demand for pork high. Beyond the numbers and the meals, pork has a cultural significance in the U.S. that can't be ignored. For many families, pork is synonymous with tradition. Whether it's the smell of bacon on a Sunday morning or a backyard barbecue with friends, pork is the food that brings people together. In some regions, pork is more than just food, it's a way of life. In the southern U.S., for example, barbecue competitions are a fiercely competitive sport, with teams spending days perfecting their pork recipes to win coveted titles. There are even entire festivals dedicated to pork, like the famous World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest in Memphis, Tennessee, where pork enthusiasts gather to celebrate the art of smoking and grilling. But beyond the barbecue pits and dinner tables, pork also has its place in quirky American traditions. Take, for example, the pig races at county fairs, where pint-sized pigs sprint around a track to the delight of cheering crowds. Sure, these pigs won't end up on anyone's plate, thankfully, but they're a reminder of just how deeply rooted pork is in American culture. Let's sprinkle in a few fun facts, because who doesn't love learning random bits of trivia? Did you know that pigs are actually quite intelligent animals? In fact, they rank as the fourth most intelligent animal, right behind humans, primates, and dolphins. Maybe that's why they're so good at finding truffles. Another fun fact, the average American eats about 50 pounds of pork per year. That's enough to build a giant tower of bacon. And speaking of bacon, did you know there's a National Bacon Day? It's celebrated every year on December 30th. Mark your calendars. Oh, and here's one for the weird file. In ancient China, pigs were considered a symbol of wealth, and families would often keep a live pig in their home to show off their riches. While this tradition has faded over time, pork remains a symbol of prosperity in many cultures today. In the end, pork is more than just a food. It's an industry, a tradition, and a beloved part of American culture. From the farms where piglets are born to the dinner plates where pork chops are served, the journey of pork is one that involves hard work, ingenuity, and a little bit of humor. After all, how else could we explain the fact that America produces 12.5 million tons of pork each year? So next time you bite into that crispy piece of bacon or slather barbecue sauce on a pulled pork sandwich, take a moment to appreciate the journey that pork took to get there. It's a journey that starts on American farms and ends with a full belly, and maybe even a smile. So that's the story. Hope you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when our exciting videos go live. Goodbye.